Miriane Zaragoza, Jasmine Hilliard, Mia Thalet, Yasmin Velez, Maria Luisa Colon, Christina Torres, Marcella Robinson, Rachel Thune, Michaela Castaigne, Ashley Johnson, and Andrea Bergolo in net, as we are ready to kick off here the Mar Athletics Complex. Captain Danielle Viss and Marley Jarvis out at center field for the kick. And we are underway in this international versus college friendly. The Puerto Rico women's national team playing the St. Bonaventure women's soccer team.
Going across the back.
Bonaventure starting out. Coach Steve Bradarski said this is going to be a slower paced game. Both teams like to play at a slower pace. They want to sort of feel out the game. They don't want to commit too many turnovers. Coach Steve said that's the challenge that will be set towards his team.
Maybe a handball.
Nothing called right at the back. Bonaventure going for possession.
Playing it safe. First few minutes. Big kick to the front.
Big kick out there right away, just outside the grasp of Sydney Serza. Bonaventure getting some attacking touches here. Puerto Rico playing strong defense.
Puerto Rico run up the side.
Puerto Rico challenging that there. And Viss steps in to take it away. That was Marcella Robinson making a strong run up there.
Pass to Marley Jarvis. Pass back to the outside.
There is a lot of talent on this Puerto Rico team, especially one notable, Maria Luisa Colon. She's a 15-year-old, 5'3" out there. She's being called the Mallory Pugh of Puerto Rico. For any U.S. women's national team fans, Mallory Pugh, the 18-year-old who is playing this past summer at the Olympics. A 15-year-old playing out here against college players and with international players. What do you think about that, Ethan?
Very crazy. Very crazy.
Not much action to the start. Andrea Bergolo getting her first touch in net. This Puerto Rico team, as we said, in the third leg of their American college trip. They were at the University of Notre Dame on April 20th. Then they played Ball State on April 22nd.
Turnover.
Notre Dame, one of the powerhouses of women's soccer. So that was an experience for them. And then they won at Ball State, 5-1. So this team, a lot of talent.
St. Bonaventure holding the defense. Playing very defensive.
Patience was the key, Coach Steve said, starting out here. They do not want to...
You can see they're not trying to force anything.
They don't want to force anything. They want to be patient. They don't want to turn the ball over. And so far, they are doing well in that challenge. Bradarski said if they're countering a lot, then they're not doing their job. One counter in the early going, but nothing too dangerous because Viss was able to corral it. Now they're moving up the field here. Nice through ball.
Dangerous.
And a nice play to get that out of there by Terwillinger. Bonaventure's defense was tested a lot during the Atlantic 10 season. A lot of strong offensive teams. Lauren Malcolm was among the league leaders in saves all season. After Beth Moore went down with an injury in one of the first couple games of the season, Malcolm was one of the best goaltenders in the A10. That one's into the box, and Marley Jarvis kicks it out of trouble. Puerto Rico trying to complete passes. Bonaventure has the size edge, has the strength edge thus far. Nice tackle there. Coach Steve Bradarski and the head coach of Puerto Rico, Shaq Borkowski, longtime friends, longtime coaching associates. They coached together at Haiti before this. Bradarski is actually an assistant on the Puerto Rico staff, not daily-to-day operations, but he coached with Borkowski at Haiti before they came over. And Bradarski actually played on Borkowski's team that Borkowski coached as a 10-year-old. That was an interesting anecdote today. The kick going through to Jarvis, just out of her reach. Bergolo with the save. Nice play by Puerto Rico to win the ball. Another attempt. Bonaventure's defense has collected well. Puerto Rico's having their chances. Puerto Rico is very quick in the early going.
Same Bonaventure again. Plenty across that back line. Definitely playing it safe.
As I said earlier, that win against Ball State, that was a 5-1 Puerto Rico win. So Bradarski said he attempted to play slow as the Bonnies are making an attack here. Viss into
nice
the box, but a nice deflection by a Puerto Rico defender. Good chance for Bonnas right away. Like I was saying, that was a 5-1 win over Ball State. So they may still get their goals here, even though Bradarski said both teams were aiming on controlling the pace, slower tempo.
So far it seems fairly even.
Both teams starting to
Playing like equal sides.
trying to figure each other out. Nothing. There have been chances, but neither team is making a very, very aggressive run. Great start by Abby McKieran so far. She's getting in there, winning those 50-50 balls and playing some great defense. The Proctor, Vermont native who just finished her freshman season, and that one is going for Surza. Surza at the net, but it's a nice save by Bergolo. Sydney Surza with the first real strong chance of the game. But Bergolo was able to corral it. The first foul of the game committed by Viss. As Velez will take the free kick. Puerto Rico really working towards the middle of the field. And they'll keep working here. Nice play by number 8, Bellamara. Kicking that one out. That challenge on net from Sydney Serza earlier. She scored 3 goals and had an assist in season play for the Bonnies. And that's another chance. Quickly out of trouble. Bergolo's getting a test early. And this will be a corner kick. This appears to be taking the corner kick. The first corner kick of the afternoon. Evening. Played across. Back to Viss. Viss on net.
Ooh.
And it's a nice save by Bergolo. She
Off the
collects
post.
the rebound as well, as it appears there will be a goal kick. Excellent chance there by Viss. A chance on the rebound, but Bergolo swiftly collecting that ball. And the counter is quickly snuffed out by Terwillinger. The pace is starting to pick up a little bit, Ethan.
Definitely. Still with that defensive attitude.
Terwillinger, they're working it behind on the defensive front. Collecting the pace.
Risky pass.
A chance early. These Puerto Rico players are trying to win the 50-50s when they present themselves, as that one is going to McKieran. And quickly out of play. Maybe McKieran making an impact on both sides of the ball thus far. Sabrina Sousa Sampson takes the throw in. And this one's going the other way. Foul called on the Bonnies.
Unless if it goes into like double OT, then it's just like.
Free kick taken. McKieran get a little bit of a challenge. Nothing too aggressive. That was Michaela Castaigne taking it, and now Bonas works the steal, but McKieran will keep it in. Works it to the inside, but strong defense over there by Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico will take the kick. Early, the pressure is starting to build for the Bonnies. They're starting to make some offensive chances, get some counterattacks, get the ball stolen. .50-50 ball won by Serza. And quickly stolen by Puerto Rico, but it's out of bounds. Mara to Marley Jarvis. Sousa Sampson collects it for a second, but it is taken by Puerto Rico. Mirne Zaragoza has been all over the field, out wide. And a friendly reminder to follow us on Twitter. The team and university athletics associate accounts for this game at BonniesW Soccer and at @go_Bonnies to get all your information on this and many other games for the Bonaventure women's soccer team and the athletic program as a whole.
Have you done it for the cross?
Serza battling. Puerto Rico making their way up the field. That one's out wide. That one looks like it will be... Oh, it's kept in. Excellent job by... And Malcolm is able to corral it. But that was a great job to keep the ball in by Puerto Rico. Jessica Scruggs to Daniel Viss. Scruggs working her way the edge of the field, and good play there by Mia Thlet. And Viss dribbling her way up the field. Was waiting. Sydney Serza called out for that one, but it was out of her reach. Puerto Rico battling for that one, but it is out, and it is Puerto Rico's ball. Borkowski, the Puerto Rico coach, said he was not interested as much in the results of these games. He's evaluating each player tactically and evaluating the players in the team aspect, as he will start making his rosters for tournament competition, World Cup, Women's World Cup, and Olympic team qualifying is starting to Women's World Cup final, as that one saved by Laura Malcolm. Borkowski, as you said, ahead of the Notre Dame game, he said wasn't interested in the results, wants to see what players work best tactically, and wants to see how the team develops as they prepare for Women's World Cup qualifying. In the CONCACAF system, very, very difficult for a team like Puerto Rico, not a national power, international power, to make their way up the ranks.
Jess, if you can add mentions before, just keep an eye out for
Viss and Sabrina Sousa Sampson working their way. Works it into the box, nothing doing. A whiff there as Scruggs collects it. This one will be Bonaventure ball. In CONCACAF qualifying, as you're saying, there's the United States women's national team, clearly the power. There is also Canada, Mexico. Tough teams to compete with those traditional powers. It's tough to break in there and get a Women's World Cup or Olympic spot. But Puerto Rico is starting to build the program and work towards that point.
Yeah, I don't want to bother you in game, but at halftime, can somebody ask if it was wearing 10 for Puerto Rico? We don't have a 10.
Pass out to McKieran, and Puerto Rico collects the ball.
Yeah, we don't have a 10 listed for Puerto Rico, but 10's in the game right now.
Puerto Rico working their way up the field once again, but Jarvis with some excellent defense there. Ethan, what do you think of the pace so far? Do you think either team is controlling the pace so far?
Yeah, definitely. The pace has definitely started to pick up. Right now they're playing on the back, looking for that pass to midfield. There it is.
Pass out to Sousa Sampson, who heads it. And Terwillinger gave a challenge to that ball with Michaela Castaigne. And Puerto Rico's working it up. A nice through ball, but it is just out of the reach. That counterattack is occurring, but I don't think Berdarski is going to be too upset about that yet, because his defenders have been able to handle any threat Puerto Rico has been possessing to them. Bonnie's working it on the defensive zone. Shot so far, SBU 2. Puerto Rico has not been able to get one on net just yet. They have had their chances, but Malcolm on the back line, and then the defenders in front of her have been playing an excellent job, and Bradarski has to be really enthused with that, because as I said earlier, in the Atlantic 10, those teams will fire it on Lauren Malcolm. She was definitely tested quite a bit. As Puerto Rico collects that one just out of the reach of Cerza.
Yeah, okay.
So they'll stand there and they'll wait sometimes for a couple minutes.
The containment by
I'm just making sure.
St. Bonaventure so far has been the primary reason no shots have been on goal yet, no serious chances. Bonaventure had the one serious chance by Sydney Cerza, but Puerto Rican goaltender Andrea Bergolo, just 17 years old, is doing a tremendous job. It's interesting in the crowd, Ethan. There's some Bonaventure students, Puerto Rico flags being adorned in the crowd. Good to see both sides represented. A lot of people rocking their Bonaventure gear, of course, as well.
Yeah, definitely a big turnout.
This game again, the first ever time St. Bonaventure St. Bonaventure soccer team has played a international team, as Puerto Rico collects the ball, takes a shot, but it is easily collected by Malcolm. Puerto Rico has the experience of playing the U.S. women's national team earlier in last year, and there are some players who have been able to, who are playing today, who were able to play in that game against the U.S. women's national team. Kelly Johnson, Ashley Johnson, and Alejandra Carrion. So experience against one of the best teams in the world, as Scruggs has to stay onside, cannot go get that ball. The U.S. women's national team winning that one pretty handily, but again, at the time last year, they were the unquestioned best team in the world. So a good experience nonetheless when you're playing against one of the best teams in the world, as Danielle Viss plays it on. A little bit of trouble there for Puerto Rico, but they collect it, and it'll be a St. Bonaventure throw. But the Bonnies are getting into the box. Viss collects it, shoots, and that one is just off. Sousa Sampson trying to keep it in. She does.
Corner kick.
She does. That'll be a corner kick. Little bit of question there, as if to whose ball that was, but Viss will be taking the corner kick. Second corner kick of the game for the Bonnies.
2 corner kicks on the Puerto Rico side.
As Viss plays it in the box, shallow. Jarvis gets it, and McKieran gets it. Cerza on net. Just what a save by Borgeloso. Andrea Bergolo Sydney Cerza had a point-blank chance, and Bergolo played it away. Now Puerto Rico trying to counter. That one's played into the box and not able to score, but wow, what a two exciting possessions right there. As the Bonnies had another great chance to score the game's first goal. And then Puerto Rico right on the counter attack. Just wide, just out of bounds. Could not get a foot on it. But you have to appreciate so far the willingness of both teams to attack. That one is played out to Vis. Collected by Puerto Rico. Handball was called for by Puerto Rico, not called by the official. Nice play. Collision there, no call either way. The referees are letting the players play in the early going. Couple calls for each that each side wanted, not called by the officials. As Scruggs had to deal with two Puerto Rico players attempting to steal the ball, and Puerto Rico won that small battle. That one.
It's nice how they integrate the flag.
Bonnie's ball.
It's definitely a very interesting matchup.
Definitely,
You know?
the fans getting into it in the early going.
Still 0-0.
The fans have wanted the calls both ways. There's been some oohs and ahs at both the scoring chances and the tackles.
Jess, can you write down the subs? That looks to be,
I still did that 10.
yeah, it's 14.
Nice play by Vis. Jarvis trying to keep it in. Scruggs. Scruggs gets up out of a great challenge, and she goes down. Once again, no call by the officials. Fans who watch the St. Bonaventure fans who watch the St. Bonaventure basketball team have to be liking the lack of whistles so far.
Definitely.
As there were definitely made call this winter, as Vis plays one on and finds the corner. It's in. Danielle Vis.
Wow.
Incredible strike outside the box, and it is into the right netting. USA chants from the fans as Danielle Vis with a absolute rocket into the back of the net, and she's dancing along with the fans who are chanting. What'd you think of that one, Ethan?
That was very great.
Vis had 4 goals in the fall 2016 season. I don't know if any were more impressive than that.
Definitely. First goal scored.
We have a goal. It'll be interesting to see how the two teams react to that.
Actually, while you were writing that, you could
Bonaventure will probably be content to keep attacking. Maybe they'll have the confidence to shoot a couple more of those long balls after Vis's rocket breaks the game.
Yeah.
Right
Definitely
open.
don't want to be too overconfident.
And Puerto Rico, they know that they need one now. They've been trying to find the back of the net, but they know now that they need at least a goal to tie this one up. That was pretty well defended. Vis just found open space and was able to launch that one.
just tell me who you see
And
out there.
Andrea Bergolo has had an excellent game at net, but there was not a whole lot she could do about that one. As Malcolm picks up an
Yeah, I don't.
easy dribbler the other way.
That's everybody that we had.
Terwillinger,
Maybe she.
Maddie Mason.
Maybe she didn't go in.
Yeah, I don't see.
Oh, okay.
I don't see
Back to
14.
Mason. Puerto Rico collects it. Goes right back to Malcolm.
So, who scored first? This, right? 16?
Yep.
Both coaches, Berdarski and Borkowski, said that they intend on playing everybody in this game.
Who scored a 27?
This is a friendly game, so the standard rules of substitution in international play will not apply. Teams will be allowed more than the standard 3 substitutions per side, as everybody will attempt to get into the game. This on the defensive side now.
Scott, did we get a picture of the crowd
Whips it out.
over there?
No, can you get a shot for me?
Campbell's gonna walk over there with camera on.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like it's a wide shot.
It's a throw in for St. Bonaventure.
And from both ends, probably this side.
You guys said tough people. 10 going out, Scott.
Why did go?
What do we have to do here, Scott, for this?
The atmosphere around the Mara
Should be,
a little bit more energized, a little bit more lively after that first goal.
especially since I'm asking.
A lot of people were anticipating it after the great chances that Bonaventure had.
Just crowd shots.
This is Sampson, one of the strongest players on the St. Bonaventure team, winning 50-50 balls.
Okay, so.
She had an excellent
So more like
2016 season
Okay, so do you want
I need to do
me
it
to?
before halftime.
as
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Or he's down there right there.
Surgeon trying to
16 for 10
Yeah.
damage. I do that.
win one, but nothing doing as Puerto Rico making passes, getting possession
down to 16.
at this point.
Also put that 10 down. Who's she coming?
Nice pass out wide.
Just give me a heads up if something happens.
And Jarvis finally wins the ball. Good play by her to win that one after Puerto Rico seemed content to work the ball up the field. They're passing. Maddie Mason controlling on the defensive side. Last line before Malcolm, as that was a nice ball, but just out of the reach of Scruggs.
So like if there was a goal now, just like why was the clock stopped? Just out of
Puerto Rico's back line does not look intimidated by these St. Bonaventure players, and many of whom are under 20 years old. The Puerto Rico defenders,
I know international rules.
they're not worried
In NCAA game, you always stop.
about the Bonaventure attack. They've been very composed, and as I said earlier, this shot was not going to be saved by many goalkeepers. Bonaventure passing it around a bit now. Everybody looking for Sirza and Scruggs, who are very skilled offensive players. Jarvis winning another ball from a Puerto Rico opponent. Works to Malcolm. It's passed right back out. Back to Viss, who dribbles through and then passes again to Jarvis. Terwillinger was going wide, but she will not get the buffer now. That one's going to the outside, and Viss is in the middle of the field. They're trying to get it to her. They do. This the pass back to Terwillinger. To Mason. There's likely to be a decent amount of Rochester natives watching this game. A lot of Webster Thomas representation on this team as challenge is won. Mason and Jarvis, just two of the players on this team from Rochester, New York. As that one is through the Surza, but a save by Andrea Bergolo. On the outside to Terwillinger. Finding Scruggs. Scruggs makes a crossover. Bonnie's really striking now. The shot is on and it is saved by Andrea Bergolo. That was Bella May with the shot. Shots now, Bonaventure 6, Puerto Rico 1. As that one is through, Bonaventure calling for offsides, but it will not be called. But it will be their ball after it goes out of bounds. Puerto Rico not quite able to save it. Bonaventure throw in. Danielle Viss passing it out. Jarvis. Mason passes it out, but Puerto Rico is able to intercept. Driving through, and the shot is on, and it is saved by a defender there. Blocked.
Hey, Seth.
Viss wins that ball. Out to Sydney Surza.
Of course, they don't have numbers.
Back to Terwillinger.
That's the only thing I don't like about their jerseys.
Terwillinger to Mason. Bonaventure making a lot of passes on their back line. Sousa Sampson, it's out wide.
Get some action shots.
Yeah. Do you want me to go on the other?
I'll,
As Mara not able to complete the pass. Puerto Rico trying to counter. And Sousa Sampson wins that one, but it is a foul. Ethan, how do you think Puerto Rico's responded after that Viss goal?
They definitely come out a little stronger. You know, their attitude's a little bit more aggressive. You can see St. Bonaventure's confidence is at the next level.
Bonaventure definitely feeling very confident right now. Bardarski never wants them to get too high or too low, keep an even mentality. I think they've done that the first 5 minutes. As Malcolm makes a save, but the rebound was open, and Sousa Sampson able to kick it out, and another chance saved by Malcolm.
all right, no, let's see that sub. That was 4 for us. So
Sousa Sampson with a heads-up play there.
yeah. 4, say it was 8.
And Malcolm, once again, has been an excellent goalie for St. Bonaventure in her early part of her career, as Bella May is able to control it, but she kicks it wide. Nice shot there by Bella May, who was able to score twice in her freshman campaign in the fall. Puerto Rico plays it across. and they have a chance that is immediately sent away by Tubiolo. Some calls for offsides there, but that was an onside play, and that was another chance to tie it up by Puerto Rico, as they will have a corner kick.
4 on the corner, 4 on the corner. This is who came in, I think.
And ball is sent in, and another good save by Lauren Malcolm. Making those saves on set pieces is not easy, but she was able to corral that one to keep the game level. As there are 5 minutes till halftime, it'll be interesting to see if Bonnies could get another one or if Puerto Rico could have the chance to tie it up. Out to Jarvis. Jarvis trying to play it through to Surza. Can Surza win this ball? That one is off the post, but it's kicked in by Sydney Surza. The play was back. The ball was off the post, but Sydney Surza able to kick it in to give Bonaventure a 2-0 lead. And the Bona fans very excited about that one. Sydney Surza with the goal.
Bonaventure goal scored by number 9, Sydney Surza.
Surza had 3 goals in her freshman season. Ethan, what were your thoughts on that goal?
Definitely unexpected. It definitely looked like the goalkeeper had it. Unfortunately for them.
Defensive miscue that in the end, at first, it looked like it wasn't going to cost them as it went off the post, but Sydney Surza with a heads-up play crashing the net and putting it in. We have a 2-0 Bonaventure advantage. That one's out to, looked like it bounced off this. LeMay passes ahead to Surza, offer back heel, and Surza is knocked down. Referees ruling in favor of Bonaventure on that one. And they will have possession. It's another free kick for Danielle Viss. We know what happened on the last one. Jarvis coming out as well, giving a little bit of question as to who's going to take it. Viss scored her first goal on a free kick, so she would be a likely candidate to take it. But it bounces over, and Jarvis plays it to Viss. Viss goes back to the defender. Jarvis gets the ball. Jarvis takes a shot, and it is blocked away by a Puerto Rico defender. Interesting little play by that. Some good teamwork. Sampson. The pass to May, and it is off the side netting. Those are always interesting plays to call. That one through, and since she's come on, May has played an excellent game. She's put a lot of pressure on Puerto Rico. One's going through, but it is blocked away. Puerto Rico making the challenge, making the run, and it is blocked away. Good play by Terwillinger once again. And Surza will handle it close to midfield. Ethan, there's about a minute left. What do you think Bonaventure is going to try to do here?
I don't know. maybe look for the pass to the middle.
As that one is taken away, Terwillinger wins it back. Sampson
Who told you it was stopping?
pass out, and May will have another chance. Quickly bounced away by Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico able to dribble into the area here, but Jarvis slips and Puerto Rico player slips. So nothing doing there. Puerto Rico wins it back, shot on net, and it is in. There's a question on whether Puerto Rico scored that in time, but it was a goal. There's some question because the game clock stopped at 45, but now the referee is blowing the whistle. The referees keep the official time, so it looks like that is a good goal. Welcome back to the Mara Athletic Complex as the second half is ready to get underway. St. Bonaventure 2, Puerto Rico 1 through the first 45 minutes. And there's the kick. The referees confirm that that was indeed a good goal by Maria Luisa Colon at the end of the first half. The 15-year-old making an impact. As she's been called the Mallory Pugh of Puerto Rico, making the comparison to the United States phenom. Nice kick there. Surza not able to get it, and it will be Puerto Rico's ball. Making their passes here. Starting out controlling possession. Again, the goals in the first half were scored by Puerto Rico. Plays the ball into the box, but it's kicked back out. Puerto Rico with a try back in, and that one is handled by St. Bonaventure, by Brittany Tubiola. Goals in the first half. First one, a rocket from Daniel Viss. Second one, off the ball was off the post by a defender, almost an own goal. And then Sydney Surza put it in. And then the last one, as we said, by Maria Luisa Colon. So it's 2-1 game at the start of this second half. Ethan, what were your overall observations from the first half?
First half, we seemed to be pretty even at first. That's definitely carried out the whole game. But St. Bonaventure came through in the last few minutes.
Puerto Rico got a much-needed goal there at the end of the second half. Bonaventure was controlling it, seemed to have all the momentum, up to 2-0, but Colon able to get one back. And as we were talking with Puerto Rico fitness coach Dennis Arce at halftime, he raved about Colon's ability and her work ethic to be a 15-year-old playing on a national team. As Puerto Rico will have a free kick.
Puerto Rico's definitely coming out a little stronger this half.
Marcelo Robinson will take the kick. Sorry, Ethan, go ahead.
Giving the ball on the St. Bonaventure side.
That one is played in. A lot of jostling, but Lauren Malcolm eventually collects it. There could have been a couple fouls called a few ways there, but as we saw in the first half, the referees are letting the action flow, and that's something I think a lot of the fans here appreciate in the early going. Puerto Rico keeper Andrea Bergolo played a pretty well in the first half. Both goals a bit out of her concern, out of her way. This is no doubter, and then an interesting happenings in the box. Defensive breakdown for Puerto Rico for the second. Bonaventure out shooting Puerto Rico so far. Jarvis wins another one on the defensive end. Nicely played there by Puerto Rico. Tori Bernardo in the game now, and she was the recipient of that last ball. Pochop throwing it into Jarvis, back to Pochop. Pochop passes it back. And back up to Jarvis. Nice little control possession game here. As Bradarski said, they're going to try to have a slower pace. As Susa Sampson wins that ball and is able to evade two Puerto Rico defenders. She'll have to do it again, and she does. That one's to Jarvis with one defender in front of her. Just pass out to the left side. Puerto Rico working it wide. Bella May defending. Now Viss tries to slide over. And that one will be a foul. Shots are SPU 10, Puerto Rico 6. With 2 conversions for SPU and the one at the end of the first half for Puerto Rico. The free kick in the box, Puerto Rico able to get a head on it, but it is cleared out of trouble for the moment. Good defense by St. Bonaventure. Puerto Rico's that one. Pochop defending and does a great job to win the ball. She will pass it out to Bernardo. And Puerto Rico wins that ball. Looking for help, and she doesn't look at that battle. And Bonnie's will get the kick. Bernardo and Michaela Castaigne were going for that one. A lot of these Puerto Rico players were college soccer players or will soon be college soccer players. Couple commits, as we said, there's a lot of 17, 18-year-old players. As Surza will attempt to get that ball, and it's out of play, but it's Bonaventure ball. One player on the roster, Castaigne, is actually a college coach. She's an assistant at Montana after being a Pac-12 Player of the Year at Washington State, where she went to 3 NCAA tournaments. The 25-year-old is one of many on this roster with college experience. Mia Thalette, committed at NC State. One of the D1, a lot of D1 talent on this roster. Marcella Robinson is a sophomore at LaSalle. As that's a nice strike. After Vis's shot, you might as well try one of those. So. Great crowd here at the Mara Athletic Complex for this game. The spring soccer games, not widely attended by the campus community, but this is a special case clearly when the Puerto Rican national team come into town. First time a international soccer team has come to Bonaventure. That one is played in, and Bonaventure doing another great job of defending. Jarvis and Terwillinger making that one out. And the Puerto Rico fitness coach, Dennis Arce, visited us once again, visited us at half, and he said he hopes this is the first of many projects and collaborations with the Bonaventure team and program. He mentioned the welcoming atmosphere of SBU, which all Bonnies can understand and embrace as well. Puerto Rico controlling as for now, doing a nice job of passing. Bonaventure able to withstand every threat so far defensively here in the early goings in the second half. Here in the 55 minute, we've had 10 minutes played so far. As Surza is attacking once again, she's been all over the field, as has Marley Jarvis, who heads that one. Back to her. Tori Bernardo to Jarvis. Attempt back to Bernardo. Nothing doing there, and this will be a goal kick. Bonaventure is hoping for another corner there, but another set piece will have to wait for the moment. Nice play by Pochop to win that ball. Sousa Sampson in the middle. Working her way through. She might have something here. But good defense by Puerto Rico. That was an excellent chance for St. Bonaventure. Puerto Rico's back line has been tested and has passed most of the tests. That one just wide. Excellent chance there for Greta Lacouture. Just over the net. That one looked pretty good for a while there. And Puerto Rico will counter. Good containment for a moment, but Puerto Rico is in, and a nice tackle there in the box. Winning the ball is very difficult in that situation. Risking a penalty every time you get in there. Bernardo, Pochop, and Lacouture, the substitutes here in the second half. Berdarski said he was going to be playing everybody. And in what is a friendly matchup and a spring game, everybody is under evaluation as the teams hope to build going into the summer. where they will wait for and prepare for August preseason, and then it's another Atlantic 10 season for St. Bonaventure, while Puerto Rico goes into CONCACAF qualifying tournaments. Teams such as United States, Canada, as Puerto Rico working the ball into the box there. Quickly snuffed out by Lacouture. Michaela Castan has had a lot of good chances for Puerto Rico in this second half. She's been out there wide. They've been getting it to her. Some challenges there, and Puerto Rico will win the free kick opportunity. Good passing by Puerto Rico. One-on-one opportunity there. And it hits the side netting. St. Bonaventure goal kick. Ethan, you can definitely tell that it's a D1 Division I soccer team and an international team. The quality of play so far has been excellent.
Definitely a lot of talent. Definitely a lot of talent on the field at this point.
Malcolm's goal kick into the middle of the field. And Pochop will take it there. Kicked up, but out. Out of the reach of Sydney Serza. Serza not only with a goal, but she's been very active with many great challenges. This summer she's playing for the Western New York Flash, who are no longer a National Women's Soccer League team, but they are a team for college, going to be a team for college and early pro level players to get some experience. So that was a notable signing agreement for St. Bonaventure a couple weeks ago. The freshman making an early impact with club level scouts. And Puerto Rico won that, but that one is kicked away. By Tubiola. Puerto Rico be taking the corner kick. Nobody was exactly eager to go get that ball, but this will be another challenge for St. Bonaventure. They have to control the set pieces. Jasmine Hilliard will take the free kick for Puerto Rico. And that one is right in the middle. Players battling for it. The ball is in the midst of a sea of red and black there. Ethan, set pieces like that with corners and free kicks, very important as Bonaventure holds a 1-goal advantage.
Definitely.
Throw in there, players battling for it. Maddie Mason was in there and she kicks it out of trouble. It'll be a Puerto Rico free kick, throw in. Serza on the defensive side, collecting the ball, leading the passes up. Bernardo made a run, was unable to get it as Puerto Rico won that ball. And that foul is going to go against the Bonnies. Lacouture call for that one. Still at least 28 minutes left in this game. Plenty of time for Puerto Rico to try to get the equalizer. Bonaventure to try to extend their lead. That one is just over. very close chances going outside of the box for either side. Looks like Jessica Scruggs is back on for Bellamy. Scruggs and Sousa Sampson and Jarvis make a pretty strong midfield. When the Bonnies are best, they're winning 50-50 balls in the middle of the field, creating goal chances, and Puerto Rico trying to create a goal chance right there, but Lauren Malcolm able to collect it. Jarvis with 2 Puerto Rico defenders on her. Pochop back to Jarvis, back to Pochop. Nice little give and go game there. That one is kicked up to Surza and Bernardo, but it'll be a Puerto Rico throw. Ethan, you mentioned your sister, Alex, playing this team, making this game a little bit of a family affair. What's it like having a sister, A, go to your college, and B, play on the D1 soccer team?
It's definitely fun, a little annoying sometimes, but mostly fun. Yeah, I've been to some of her away games with my family. Yeah, it's just so interesting to watch her play on the field too, especially right now against the women's Puerto Rico national team. It's crazy.
Growing up, what have you seen with her development as a soccer player that has made her be able to play consistent minutes for the Bonaventure team?
I don't know. Starting out as a freshman, I believe she didn't see a lot of game time, but definitely a decent amount for a freshman. And yeah, she's just been playing for ever since she was like 6, I believe. It's one of those things.
It's definitely one of those games. You start early and you stick with it, and it's certainly paid off for her. Puerto Rico sends one into the box and just out of the way from Malcolm.
Looks like it's going to be a corner.
That will be another corner kick for Puerto Rico. They've had their chances from there. Will be taken by Hilliard, who took the last one as well.
Puerto Rico's chance to tie it up.
See if she can have as difficult. That one goes out of play. Not as great of a chance as she had last time when she sent it into a sea of players, and it looked like it was exactly where you want to put it. That one just out of play. It's a very difficult angle, obviously. Kick it. Bianca Cristo is going to be entering the game for Tori Bernardo. Cristo, along with Viss, one of the Canadian natives on this Bonaventure team. International flair all around on this field. Some players from Puerto Rico, some players from America on Puerto Rico. And then Bonaventure has a little bit of an international flair as well, making for a interesting game for sure here at the Mara Athletics Complex. Puerto Rico building a little bit of an attack there. Cristo making an immediate impact defending that one. Nice play there, but Kelly Johnson took that shot, which was saved by Lauren Malcolm. get the feeling that there's eventually going to be some action here in the goal column, as there was in the first. Puerto Rico has had more of the challenges, more of the chances thus far in this second half, as they have been focusing on possession. Cristo going with a 50-50 there, and she wins it. Poach up on the outside. Pass to Jarvis, who does a good job of trapping it and keeping possession. Cristo and Pochop, little give and go game there, as Pochop, it will be a St. Bonaventure throw. Pochop's throw in is to Jarvis, who passes it right back to her. Surza sprinting to try to get that one, but Puerto Rico is able to control it. Cristo heads it, but it will be out of play, and it'll be Puerto Rico ball. Puerto Rico goalie Angela Bergolo getting that one easily, as that one is won by St. Bonaventure. Marley Jarvis to Danielle Viss. Viss one-on-one for the moment, passes it up to Surza. Surza will try to get a shot here. She will, and it is off the crossbar. Another excellent chance there by Sydney Surza. She was looking for her second goal of the evening, but the crossbar is the goalie's best friend there. Thoughts on that play, Ethan? It was certainly a great chance for the Bonnies.
Definitely.
And the counter attack for Puerto Rico, but she is very offsides. That was Scout Benson trying to break free.
First offsides call, I believe, of the game.
First offsides there, and it was a pretty blatant one. But gotta appreciate Benson's effort there, trying to equalize the game. As Viss has the ball with open space again, out to Pochop. Pochop into the box, but nothing doing there, as Puerto Rico will have a goal kick. Slightly less than 20 minutes left in this game.
19 for 10.
Sousa Sampson coming back in, replacing Marley Jarvis, who will get a well-deserved rest. A lot of action in the middle of the field for Jarvis. Cristo battling for that one. Just off of winning the ball. Lacouture gets a foot on that one. And Cristo will battle for the ball and win it. Through to Surza. Surza gets her left foot on it and just wide.
Wow.
Sydney Surza all over this game with the opportunities. Just not able to cash in once again. Credit Cristo for winning that ball with an excellent pass out there to Sydney Surza. The Buffalo native is all over this field. Sampson, who just entered the game, made the A10 all-rookie team. And she has the ball now, but Puerto Rico will win it back. Sampson had 2 goals and 2 assists in the fall. One of the part of the youth movement that Bonaventure established this year. Many freshmen and sophomores making an impact. Cristo will pass it, and it is deflected, so it'll be Bonaventure's throw. Surza will not take it, opting to pass it on up to Maritona. Push to the back, not called, and Surza goes down, but there is no foul called there. Puerto Rico wins the throw-in. A lot of contention on that play from the Bonaventure faithful. Lacouture tries to win that ball. Sampson heads it as well. Sampson gets it back, and nobody is there, so it will be a Puerto Rico throw-in. About 15 minutes left, Ethan. What do you think are the keys to the Bonnies extending their lead or Puerto Rico tying the game?
Looks like Puerto Rico's been holding possession, mostly on our side of the field, St. Bonaventure. But looks like they're going to have to just keep it up, I guess.
Puerto Rico, the pass. Nice defense there. Shots are 13-11 in favor of SBU. Vis has 5, Surza has 4. Those have been clearly the most active players for the Bonnies, along with Jarvis, Pochops, Sousa Sampson, everybody making an impact so far. That's what it takes to be a national team, and the Bonnies will hope to keep that up. Puerto Rico in the middle of the field. Puerto Rico's passing not complete there, but Puerto Rico has had a strong passing game as Malcolm will try to hit Tona, but it is headed out of play and will be Puerto Rico's throw. Pass there to Puerto Rico, and she's able to shake off the defender. That one's through the center of right in front of the goal, but nobody was there for Puerto Rico. And that was about as good of a chance as you can hope for, putting it right in front of the net. But Bonaventure's defense withstands that pressure and does not break, and it leads to nobody being there. That cross in is nice save by Laura Malcolm. Solid cross there, but Laura Malcolm is able to corral it. Danielle Viss dribbling through some defenders. Nice pass out wide. Pass into Lacouture to Sampson. Sampson gets it's a Cristo. Cristo will cross it, and nobody's there for St. Bonaventure. The game of crosses that have been falling incomplete so far in these last couple of possessions. Pass out there, Tona defending, and Lauren Malcolm able to recover after stumbling on the pitch for a moment, and she will control that ball. Another nice kick by Malcolm is headed by Puerto Rico, but Bonaventure is able to head it right back. Scruggs will take the ball in the middle of the field after a nice challenge. There's Surza again. She is not able to handle that pass. Will Viss be able to win this 50-50 ball? She will, but she passes it to Puerto Rico. Here's another possession close to the box for Puerto Rico. And it's a whistle. It's a foul. A free kick for Puerto Rico. The foul was called on Bonaventure just outside of the box. And Michaela Castaigne will take it. The former Pac-12 Player of the Year. This is probably the best chance of the second half for Puerto Rico. And Bonaventure's wall will hope to. Castaigne kicks it, and it is another nice save by Lauren Malcolm. Malcolm was able to shift over to her left and make a nice sprawling save. After Castaigne, Sousa Sampson goes down and she wins the foul. There will be a free kick for Bonaventure. Bellamara entering the game for Jessica Scruggs. The goal kick for Puerto Rico. He's into the middle of the field, and Cristo will head it. Surza battling with two Puerto Rico players for it, and Surza will win a free kick for St. Bonaventure. Viss and Sousa Sampson. Viss, as we said, is already scored on a long ball earlier. She will give it up for Sousa Sampson, who will pass it right in the middle for Viss, and it is a nice save by Angela Bergolo. That was a perfectly planned out play by Bonaventure as the Puerto Rico counterattack is wiped out by Tona. Viss able to fake her way over the ball. Sousa Sampson delivers it to her, and it almost equaled the third Bonaventure goal of the night. Bergolo able to make another nice play in net for Puerto Rico. Corner kick for Puerto Rico, and it will be number 18, Mia Thilet, the NC State commit. That one is a nice ball into the middle. Malcolm was able to save it, and there was no rebound chance for the moment. Puerto Rico playing it back in, and that is another great defensive play by St. Bonaventure. Sydney Surza trying to win that ball, which may have earned her a breakaway, but Puerto Rico able to retain possession. Maddie Mason kicks that one out, and it will be another Puerto Rico corner kick. Once again, it'll be Jasmine Hilliard taking the corner kick. For Bonaventure, all these set pieces have to be a little concerning, but they'll try to make another great defensive play. That one's in the box, and that one is headed, but it is wide. There was no deflection. It'll be a Lauren Malcolm goal kick. Marianne Zaragoza made the header attempt on that ball. Nice goal kick there, but Puerto Rico will win it. To be able to attempt it. That one is a nice ball in the box. Players go down, but there is no call. And Bellamara has sent it out of trouble. Bellamara and Bellamay making great defensive plays for the Bonnies. Maritona collects that ball and sends it all the way to the Bonaventure attacking half. Five and a half minutes to go in this one. Nervous time for both teams, but Bonaventure's defense is looking out for the task. Nice pass in there. Murray Whitaker. And it's a Bonaventure throw in after the deflection from Puerto Rico. Murray Whitaker, one of the St. Bonaventure seniors who will graduate in a couple of weeks. Playing one last game here at the Mara Athletic Complex. Berdarski always complimented her effort, her willingness to succeed. And here comes a Puerto Rico threat down the field, looking for a cross. She's not getting in time. Another great defensive play by Maddie Mason, who had to slide to kick that one out, but got all of the ball. 4 minutes left in regulation. Not sure if there's going to be any added time to the end of this one. The corner kick is saved by Malcolm, but she's forced to make another save. And Ethan, Lauren Malcolm's been up to the task all night, only allowing the one goal.
Definitely.
Shot there was from Thalette, who has made a major impact in this one. Crowd here at the Mara Athletic Complex, very strong, enjoying tonight's action. As there are 3 minutes left for the 90 minutes, we're not sure if there's going to be any added time yet. There have been substitutions, there have been no injuries, and so far in the second half there have been no goals. Past the outside, and Whitaker is able to contain the play. Passed out to Hilliard, who passes it across the field. And the defense wins that one, just out of the reach of Cerza. Any call there will be a free kick awarded to Puerto Rico with 2 minutes left in this one.
This could be Puerto Rico's chance to come back.
Puerto Rico
Make it even.
making a couple last gaps chances here. As their coaching staff said, they're not interested in the result. but it would be great for them if they could get the tying goal. It won't happen there as that one is wide. Sousa Sampson and Malcolm almost collided a little bit there. But all's well that ends well on that play. As we're approaching 1 minute till the end of this one. And the St. Bonaventure Bonnies will hope to hold off any last Puerto Rico chances. La Couture gets that one out of there, and Surza wants the extend this lead. That one is back to the goalkeeper, who is now Juliana Marquez. Puerto Rico getting both goalies a chance in tonight's action.
.30 seconds left in the game.
30 seconds left, and Puerto Rico will hope to make another run, but Surza, once again, offensively and defensively, she's been one of the players of the game. That one is up for Sabrina Sousa Sampson, trying to make a run on it. Pass back to Marquez, as there are less than 10 seconds left in the 90 minutes. Will we get any added time? We will not. The St. Bonaventure Bonnies have defeated the Puerto Rican women's national team 2-1 at the Mar Athletic Complex. The conclusion of the spring action for both of them. And Ethan, what a game.
What a game.
As the players sign off, I'm Chucky Maggio.
I'm Ethan Pochop.
He's Ethan Pochop. Thank you for tuning in as the St. Bonaventure Bonnies conclude their spring season with a win over the Puerto Rican women's national team. Thank you all for listening, and good night.